Welcome to commentary on the Commentary Hub, the Premier League clash between Burnley and Arsenal this afternoon. Kickoff is fast approaching, and we'll get ready to give you the teams in a second as we get ready to give you the team news from Turf Moor, which we'll have in just a second or so. We're just going to get you the team news for you in just a wee second as we bring you the coverage of this Premier League clash this afternoon, which is at Turf Moor,
to my family down south.
which
Invest in black-owned companies.
is kicking off any moment. Now are coming up towards kick-off then between Burnley and Arsenal. The teams are getting ready to come out of the tunnel for the game. So I'll just run you through the starting lineups just as we wait the teams to come out. For Burnley is Nick Pope in goal, Matthew Lowton, James Tarkowski, Ben Mee and Charlie Taylor, Johan Bear Goodmanson, Ashley Westwood, Josh Brownhill, Dwight McNeil, Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes. The bench for Burnley, Wayne Hennessy, Eric Peters, Phil Bardsley, Nathan Collins, Jack Cork, Maxwell Cornet, Aaron Lennon, Jay Rodriguez, Mattia Vidra. As for Arsenal, it's Aaron Ramsdale in goal, Takayo Tamiyasu at right back, Ben White, Gabriel, Kieran Tierney, Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Nicola Pepe, Smith Rowe, Bukayo Saka, and their captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as the two players take the knee. On the subs bench for Arsenal is Leno, Suarez, Holding, Murray, Tavares, Lokonga, Maitland-Niles, Martinelli and Alexander Lacazette as we are now off and underway in this Premier League clash at Turf Moor. Charlie Taylor whacks the ball forward over on that far side. He's out for a throw to Burnley early on. The referee is from Greater Manchester in Anthony Taylor. Assisted by Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn. John Brooks is a fourth official. Lee Mason is on VAR with Matthew Wilkes also on VAR. As here we go with the possession for Arsenal. It's Thomas Partey into Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard is looking forward to try and pick out Kieran Tierney, and he can. Tierney back it goes into Odegaard once more. Odegaard plays it back to Gabriel, back to Martin Odegaard, back into Gabriel, who'll take a touch, and then with his left foot, roll it across to Ben White, his centre-back partner. And Ben White plays it back into Gabriel. We've played coming up towards 1.5 minutes here in the Premier League. Burnley 0, Arsenal 0. You are listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. As Arsenal with Aubameyang pick up possession. And Thomas Partey now has the ball. Plays into Smith Rowe. Out to Tomiyasu. Back into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe plays it back to Ben White. Any fans listening, Smith Rowe was the man who secured Leeds United's promotion from the Championship just over 2.5 years ago. As Arsenal come forward, here's Kieran Tierney on the left-hand side. Back into Odegaard. Odegaard, cross a position, will he? Now at the moment, he has to go back. And it's Gabriel. Now it's Ben White. Inside the centre circle, just inside his own half. Tomiyasu just inside his own half. Down the line it goes to Smith Rowe, into Pepe. Pepe trying to take on Charlie Taylor, who does really, really well to get the ball away, 15th Premier League meeting. Burnley 1 wins, Arsenal 10. There's been 3 draws as Ashley Barnes picks up possession for the Clarets, chipping the ball into Chris Wood to chest down in towards Ramberg Gudmundsson. Arsenal and Gabriel's there to clear, only as far as McNeil, but he loses out. And now Arsenal will come away with possession through Martin Odegaard, and that was could have been a good chance if that chest from Chris would go into the path of Jan Berg Gudmundsson. Here's Gabriel, who will look up and play the ball into Ben White. Wearing 4, Arsenal are in all yellow away strip, Burnley in their traditional claret and blue, as the ball is just knocked around well. And here is Gabriel once more. Back into Ben White, who will look to control possession and play the ball forward. Here's Smith Rowe back to Tomiyasu. Into Ben White to get once more. And Arsenal with a bit of early possession at the back. Coming forward is Ben White into Smith Rowe. Now Thomas Partey spreads the ball out wide to his left hand side for Arsenal. Where is Kieran Tierney to run into? Tierney knocks the ball into Odegaard. Now it's Aubameyang to Saka. Now wide to Tierney. Here's Odegaard. Martin Odegaard, signed from Real Madrid. Here's Saka. Now it's with Tierney. Tierney takes on Lowton and gets the crossing. Just Kieran Tierney, but he's too near and easy for Nick Pope to claim. All in green. Today is the Burnley shot stopper, and he bowls the ball out to Charlie Taylor. Taylor sends the ball looking for Chris Wood, who's going behind Ben White, but Aaron Ramsdale, Orange has to come out and claim. He's gone out for a throw to Burnley there, I think. The whistle had gone. There was an offside against Chris Wood, so a free kick to Arsenal. I'm not sure how it could be offside from there, Chris Wood, when the ball was played forward. It was just in between both White and Gabriel, so it's very hard to see how he was offside. And then he ran across away towards the far left as Burnley attack, just not far away from where the dugouts are at Turf Moor, if you know the stadium that is. Here's Partey forward into Aubameyang, who plays the ball out wide to Nicola Pepe. Tomiyasu's going on the overlap and he uses him. Tomiyasu down the line for Smith Rowe. Tomiyasu wants the ball back, but he goes instead to Pepe, and Pepe has to go back to Partey into Odegaard. Odegaard chipping the ball out wide this left hand side for Kieran Tierney's health penalty. Tierney across, and there's header saved by Pope, and then he comes back out and headed wide again. I think that was Nicola Pepe coming in. There he was, and Nicola Pepe with the best chance of the game so far. Lovely bit of play from Arsenal. Odegaard chipping the ball out wide to Kieran Tierney, who did well to get beyond Gudmundsson. His ball across, saved by Pope, and then he come back out to Pepe, who could only head the ball wide, but Burnley had a let off there as they look to go and get a win here today. Slower to their first win on Burnley. Arsenal have got their first win of the campaign in the Premier League, but Burnley had a man down with his advantage as Chris Wood had it. He's out with McNeil in towards Gudmundsson, pulled behind by Gabriel. It's a corner to Burnley. Gabriel keep trying to hold the defence together. They almost got caught out there, did Arsenal. Another first time they almost got caught out. Ashley Westwood going across to tear the corner. Ben Mee, James Tarkowski amongst those coming up from the back. See me in there near Odegaard. Tarkowski's in just round the back there. McNeil is having a word with Westwood before Westwood delivers the ball in towards the goal line. Cleared away by the head of Ben White in there, I think he was, who got the header cleared. And there's then from Pepe, but Aubameyang gives the ball away to Gudmundsson, who knocks it back to Taylor. Taylor chips it up onto the chest of Westwood, who's down the line. It goes into the path of Gudmundsson, I believe that is. And now Westwood knocks the ball back. Here's Brownhill. Has to go back into Tarkowski. Now Ben Mee. And now Burnley are coming once more. Lovely ball in towards Ashley Barnes, who pushed his man Gabriel to the floor, but the referee says advantage because Ramsdale has possession in his arms. He's still goalless. Yeah, if you're just joining us on the commentary hub, today's player of the match sponsor on the hub is sponsored by Commentary Services as well. As now here is Gabriel to knock the ball forward, headed by Saka into the path of Partey, and now on to Smith Rowe, now back into Saka. Saka's running out of the Burnley defence. He's got Nicola Pepe outside and up against Charlie Taylor inside the box. Tarkowski's across there to clear away for Burnley. Tomiyasu heads it back in. He's over the head of Brownhill and he landed at Odegaard who won the header back. And now Partey. Now Partey again from Smith Rowe. Odegaard now. And now Burnley losing possession here. Yeah. Is Ashley Barnes who goes down. Free kick to Burnley. For a foul in there. Mikel Arteta was under pressure not so long ago from the Arsenal fans. If they'd have lost their last game, they would have wanted him out. And Mikel Arteta's side have conceded an unrivaled 6 first-half goals in this season's Premier League. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored 8 goals in 7 Premier League appearances against Burnley, his highest total against an English club. He netted 9 Bundesliga goals against Hamburg during his time at Borussia Dortmund. Did Aubameyang, as the shot comes in there from Chris Wood. It was Ashley Barnes who took the shot off in the end. But Ashley Barnes couldn't keep his effort down. And that's a long ball from Nick Pope forward. He come off Ben White. Header by Barnes onto the back of Ben White. And then Barnes acted it and fired it over the bar. No real goal scoring opportunities just yet for either side. Neither goalkeeper Ramsdale or Pope has had anything to save so far. As Commentary Services would like to thank our official streaming partner for the season, Melon. You can visit their website www.melonapp.com is a place to go. And now there's a throw to Arsenal to be taken by Tomiyasu over on that far side, just in front of, just near Sean Dyche's technical area. And he's back with Ben White, as Arsenal had to go, were forced to play back to the former Brighton man who spent some time on loan at Leeds United before last summer, playing for Brighton in the Premier League before Brighton demanded a whooping £50 million for his signature, which Arsenal paid. I think that's a bit too much for Ben White, a young English talent, especially in the current climate that we're in with the COVID-19 pandemic. As here's Ben White now into giving the ball away. And now Westwood gives it to Wood, and then Cal Barnes. White gives it out, clears it away on this one. McNeil. McNeil takes on Tomiyasu, and Tomiyasu gets the block in there to put it out for a corner to Burnley in the opening 11 and a bit minutes. And Burnley doing really, really well. There's a lovely steal from Ashley Westwood in there. And then the ball out wide, deflected out wide to McNeil. Forced the corner there. McNeil's gone for the short option in case he wants it. They're still waiting for the ball to come back from the crowd, who have got it behind that goal at the moment. So there's a stoppage in play. Let me remind you that on the commentary hub earlier today, we saw a championship game, which I'll tell you about later. And so that was a good game to watch that on my way here on the train on the way as the corner is taken short. Here's McNeil. McNeil delivers a cross in. James Tarkowski with the header. But it's over the bar and into the crowd behind that goal where Aaron Ramsdale is guarding. Burnley with 2 corners so far. Arsenal had none, but Burnley dominating possession when they can. And he's been putting the pressure there, did Ramsdale from Ashley Barnes. Burnley give away a throw and it's forced back to Ben White again, which is putting the pressure by Chris Wood, who's now putting under Ramsdale under a bit of pressure. Barnes will go and put Gabriel under pressure, and they've done really, really well there, the 2 front men for Burnley, Wood and Barnes, forcing Arsenal to give possession away. As here's Ben Mee now for Burnley, across to Charlie Taylor on that far side. Ball is here forward, looking for the run of Jan-Berg Gudmundsson. Gudmundsson has the ball out wide to Lurton. Lurton crosses in, cleared away as far as Westwood, who puts the ball back in. Barnes with the header, and he's just went from Ashley Barnes. Wonderful crossing from Ashley Westwood to Ashley Barnes. This was after Lurton delivered the cross in. It was headed away to Westwood. Westwood delivered it back in, and Ashley Barnes couldn't direct his header on target. If he had got directed on target, it would have been 1-0. I think Tommy Hassel put his arm up, trying to claim offside, but it was onside. Now the ball is in forward, looking for Chris Wood. But now Ben White is giving possession away as he tried to clear it, but he's picked off by Barnes into McNeil. Got Taylor on the overlap, and Taylor whips the ball in, cleared away. Picked up by Dwight McNeil. Lovely one from Dwight McNeil. And Dwight McNeil wins the throw for Burnley down just in line with the penalty area, which is being guarded by the Arsenal defence at this moment in time, as Charlie Taylor will take the throw in. He's looking for options, and he has to go back, so none options forward. And here's me. Gives it into Westwood. And now Tarkowski. Now it's Mal Lurton. Back to Tarkowski. Arsenal had a bit more possession than Burnley so far, but Burnley had more shots than Arsenal. Arsenal 1 shot on target, which was an effort, which was then headed wide by Nicola Pepe as from T News, gone down for a free kick to Arsenal. It was a foul by Lurton, who went in late trying to win the ball. Did Matt Lurton. Burnley 0, Arsenal 0 if you're just joining us. Coming towards 16 minutes gone in the first half. You're listening to the brilliant commentary up on the Alternative Commentary on the Commentary YouTube channel. We'd also like to thank our broadcast partners for the season, JDAC Football, JB Sports and Storm FM, as well as Arsenal come away with possession with Aubameyang into Smith Rowe, trying to play the ball forward, giving away, and then Mee clears it away, but giving the ball back to Arsenal, and then Smith Rowe gives it back to Ben White, trying to chase it back because it was just over his head. And now Tarkowski's in there, ball trying to pick out Saka. It's picked up by McNeil, the clearance from Tarkowski, but McNeil does well to keep hold of it. There's Brownell to Taylor. Taylor's been told to go along by Sean Dyche, which he does. Barnes heads it back, picked up by Chris Wood, but the offside flag's over there against Ashley Barnes, who's not happy with that. And I'm not sure if he was offside or not. I would like to see a replay there. Well, that's a second offside call against one of the Burnley strikers. First time it was Chris Wood, now against Ashley Barnes. I'd like to see that really, if he was offside or not, because I'm not really sure if he was, as Gabriel with possession into Aaron Ramsdale. Now Ben White. 17.5 minutes gone, still goalless. As Arsenal just knocking the ball around really, really well. As here's Thomas Partey coming forward. Thomas Partey with a lovely ball into Odegaard. Our wide is Kieran Tierney. Back into Odegaard, who whips the ball in. Coming in round the back with Smith Rowe and Pepe. And that is cleared well. Still goalless if you're just tuning into our coverage today. As a free kick is given to Arsenal for a foul on Kieran Tierney, and there's a booking in there for your, which I'm a bit bemused by as we watch this unfold. And now, just a quick look at the other scores which are happening in the Premier League today. It is goalless between Liverpool and Crystal Palace, Man City and Southampton, and Norwich all losing to Watford with a goal coming from Dennis. Emmanuel Dennis with that goal on 17 minutes. They're the other scores in the Premier League. As a shot comes in from Partey, blocked. Comes out to Odegaard, his shot is blocked. And Barnes, and now Burnley can get the ball clear up towards the one of Chris Wood, who's putting Ramsdale under pressure and does well to pick out Ben White, who's looking for a pass, and he finds Odegaard in space, and Odegaard was allowed to run back from inside the Burnley off to get that possession from Ben White. There is Nicola Pepe coming forward and is put behind off Charlie Taylor for a corner. Burnley 0, Arsenal 0 is the scoreline. Nicola Pepe coming across the Taylor corner for Arsenal, their first of the afternoon. Pepe whips the ball in, cleared away by Charlie Taylor at the near post, and is picked up here by Saka, who knocks the ball back to Kieran Tierney. Tierney hits the ball forward, and he's over the head of Lurton. Gabriel pulling on him there, man. Lurton was Gabriel, the Arsenal centre back, and the referee says cut it out, but just gives a throw to Burnley. Long throw down the line, flicked on by Chris Wood. Barnes can't get an end of that flick on by Wood, and Wood in again. And Arsenal have conceded a foul there. I'm not foul on Chris Wood, I think. The referee is giving here because I couldn't see a foul on that Ashley Barnes, and I'm not even sure there was a foul in there on Chris Wood either, to be honest with you. As here is Nick Pope to take the goal kick. The free kick, should I say. Just shy of the halfway line. As he hits it forward, looking for the run of Wood and Barnes, and the other players will go forward from the back there. We now have to scamper back, and I've done really, really well to get back and watch it go back to Nick Pope, who gives it to Ben Mee, who Mee will tidy up now and feed Lurton. Foul in there on Westwood by Aubameyang. No real scoring chances to tell you about. Both teams down to the bottom end of the Premier League table as here is Brownell to me to play towards Barnes. Headed away, picked up by Goodmanson. Remember Goodmanson with the ball in, and he's gone all the way through to Aaron Ramsdale. And Ramsdale makes a save quite well. It is still goalless at Turf Moor between Burnley and Arsenal. Elsewhere, still goalless in the games at Anfield between Liverpool and Crystal Palace and Manchester City and Southampton at the Etihad, but only goal in the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League have come at Watford. Well, come away, Carrow Road for Watford, should I say. Emmanuel Dennis with that goal there. In the early game in the Premier League, he finished Wolves 0, Brentford 2 in the lunchtime kickoff. Here's Tomiyasu. Gives it to Ben White, who will look forward. Lovely turn away there from, I think that was Smith. I think that was Saka who went down there, but no free kick. Now Aubameyang, he's got Pepe one side, Pepe through the middle, and he's played it through to Nicola Pepe. Saka on the back post, and Nicola Pepe's crosses too near the goalkeeper of Nick Pope. And that's a wasted chance for Arsenal. We've got runners one way and the other. He played it to the right ball, did Aubameyang, and when he's got that, he should be really chipping that ball towards the back post like Nicola Pepe. Burnley 0, Arsenal 0. Throwing taken by Tomiyasu into Smith Rowe. Ben White with possession for Arsenal. 25 on the clock. It remains goalless. Crossfield play into the path of Tierney, and now is Odegaard. Given away by Saka, and Arsenal are coming away with possession. Now Barnes to McNeil to Taylor, and Taylor has been forced to run it out of play there for a throw by Nicola Pepe, and Arsenal have a throw in. Taking a quick swig of my water. Tomiyasu to Odegaard, and Odegaard has been putting a bit of pressure, and he's being cleared towards Gabriel. We'll put a foot on it and calm things down, as does Partey. And Gabriel's just calming things down, telling people just to calm and knock it back to Ramsdale to try and ease the calmness back into this Arsenal side. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. Lovely run here. It's now the ball is coming forward. Burnley 0, Arsenal 0. If you've just joined us late, hello, thank you for choosing us. Lovely bit of play from Arsenal as Tomiyasu has possession coming forward over halfway. How wide it goes to Nicola Pepe. Pepe, back it goes to Partey. Tomiyasu. Smith Rowe. Tomiyasu once more. Crossfield pass from Tomiyasu to pick out Kieran Tierney, and it's a peach of a crossfield pass. Here's Odegaard. Here's Saka. Bukayo Saka onto Kieran Tierney. And Gabriel across to White. Good play from Arsenal list, just knocking the ball around well, just to keep the ball and keep a bit of pressure off their back line at the moment, which features Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel and Tierney. Here is Tierney, his cross was a back post where Smith Rowe was lurking, and Bowling Green comes to claim it. But his kick is poor. And Arsenal have possession back. Here's Odegaard. Into Saka. Good run from Bukayo Saka. Saka goes down on the edge of the box. It's a free kick. And it's a booking there for Ashley Westwood. For a challenge on Bukayo Saka. And he had to make that challenge there. Well, he didn't really have to make that challenge. Charlie Taylor was covering. Thought he had to on first viewing. When I just saw the replay there, he didn't need to make that sort of challenge. It's Burnley 0, Arsenal 0. Free kick to Arsenal, 29 minutes gone here. Will it be scored here by Arsenal? Through, I think it's Odegaard who stood over here, Gabriel, White and Pepe. Partey, Odegaard and Aubameyang stood over this. Wood and Barnes talk to each other, as are the rest of the Burnley wall. Looks like it'll be Odegaard. And it is Odegaard! And what a free kick from Martin Odegaard! Martin Odegaard opens the scoring! And Arsenal take the lead! Wonderful goal from Martin Odegaard! Super free kick! Nothing Nick Pope could do about that one. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. Wonderful free kick over the wall and straight into the gap which he left. Pope maybe a fault a little bit, should have come across. But for me, that goal doesn't come about if Westwood doesn't make that challenge. It's all down to Ashley Westwood for that challenge to give away that goal when they did. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. And there's the opening goal of the game. A flare is being let off from the Arsenal fans. And to see that goal go in. And that's his first goal of the season in the Premier League for Martin Odegaard. And first one of the season. He got his level with Pepe, Lacazette and Saka. Burnley with a free kick given by Anthony Taylor, the linesman on this side in, I think it's Adam Nunn. Didn't see anything, and there could be two reasons why that free kick's given, either a foul on Ashley Barnes or an handball by Gabriel. So two reasons why that could be given as a free kick to Burnley there. I think he's getting it for the foul on Ashley Barnes though. But Gabriel not happy with it because of saying the linesman had a better view and he didn't flag. I think it was Adam Nunn on this near side to us as Westwood stood over this. McNeil 2. I have a left footed McNeil on the right foot of Westwood. To deliver this one into the penalty area. So the right foot of Westwood towards the back post. Comes in from Goodmanson, who goes just across the face of goal, picked up by McNeil, who keeps the ball in. McNeil delivers a cross back in towards the back post. Then me with another cross, heading away in there by, I think that was Kieran Tierney heading that ball away. And Burnley almost coming level there as the crossfield passes poor from the left to the right. And that was a big chance for Burnley to respond. And there's a big ask now for Sean Dyche's men to try and respond now, especially after going a goal behind. Through a superb free kick from Martin Odegaard. And so far in the previous 12 matches of the Premier League, Burnley yet to win, longest league winless run at Turf Moor for quite some time. Played 12, drawn 6, lost 6 at Turf Moor, yet to win at Turf Moor for such a long time now in 12 Premier League matches. Burnley has teeniest the ball forward and is picked up here by Tarkowski. Sent it forward, chest now by Barnes, who can't get there and is cleared to Nick Pope. Unless the ball run out of play for an os for a Burnley goal kick, which Pope takes quickly to talk to Ben Mee to get the ball forward, and Mee does that. Tommy Lasso heads it back towards him though, and he just says, "Okay then, I'll have another go at pumping it forward," which he does, and Tommy Lasso says, "Okay, but I'm ready to a different teammate of yours this time." And Pepe says, "I'll wiggle away from one of yours and get the ball to Saka to get to Martin Odegaard, the goal scorer for Arsenal, from that free kick." And now here's Saka. Lovely one from Bukayo Saka, and he goes down under the challenge of Josh Brown, who could be cautioned for that there. There has been a goal in the Premier League, and Timu Pukki has equalised for Norwich City against Watford. And now Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is your scoreline. If you're just tuning into us, you're listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary YouTube channel. And Burnley win a free kick. Charlie Taylor's gone down. Smith Rowe didn't let Westwood try and take it very quickly, which he had hoped for. And Anthony Taylor says, "Put in position, let players get back and wait for the man whistle to blow," which he's just blown now to Taylor's, and he's whipped towards the penalty area. Headed from Barnes and Tarkowski. The command have come off Tarkowski in the end. I think he did. Going Barnes' way there. And we've just seen that free kick again, and that's a peach of a free kick. Pure genius of a strike from Martin Odegaard. But Pope really should do better than leaving that bigger gap there. And that plus the free kick should never been given because Chris Wood was covering. Charlie Taylor was covering, should I say. So Westwood didn't need to make the challenge, which resulted in him being booked. And then the goal following from that free kick from Martin Odegaard. And now Ben Mee gives the ball out wide. And he's got the ball again, Ben Mee. Looking to hit it forward, looking for the run of Ashley Barnes, who flicks it on towards Gunmanson. Gunmanson over on that far side now. Switched around with Dwight McNeil for the moment to try and cause Tomiyasu and Tina a few more problems. Tomiyasu against Jan-Berg Goodmanson, which we'll see Goodmanson trying to cut in on that right hand side to use his stronger right foot. as here's Chris Wood to bring the ball under control. And he does really well there, Chris Wood. Now Brown up to McNeil. And then McNeil wins the throw for Burnley. Yeah, is Lurton. Here into the path of Brownhill. And now Westwood. And now Ben Mee. Love the ball out wide. Here's Goodmanson. Back to me. And now Westwood. And Anthony Taylor's blown up here for a foul to Burnley. And McNeil and Westwood coming across, but it takes it to McNeil, just Westwood, and across this in towards the penalty area. Headed forward into Tarkowski from Brown will push the ball across. It's Ashley Barnes who goes on down under a challenge there. Comes out to Goodmanson who saves. And Ashley Barnes went down under the challenge of Tommy Atsu. I think both struck the ball. They had a tangle of legs afterwards. Tommy Atsu maybe even just got to the ball first. Ahead of Ashley Barnes, which it was actually Gabriel who got there just ahead of Ashley Barnes and Tommy Atsu. Those two collided afterwards in a 50-50 challenge, and Burnley give away a free kick. Fouled by McNeil on Smith Rowe. Ben Mee heads it forward. Here's Pepe. Here is Odegaard. Saka back to Odegaard. Away to Tini. Tini takes on. Crossed in. Cleared away. Begs for Brownlow to clear. And here's Ashley Barnes from Wood's flick on. And Barnes and Wood up against White and Gabriel. Party getting back as well, but that's a poor pass from Ashley Barnes. Played to the wrong side of Chris Wood. If he'd played it at the right angle and in the right place where Chris Wood wanted it, that could have been a chance for Burnley to equalise just before half-time. But instead, Arsenal coming forward with possession. Here's Thomas Partey. Love the ball down the line. Here's Smith Rowe with the cross in. It's cleared away. And it's out for a throw-in. Still 1-0 Arsenal lead here against Burnley in the Premier League. And there's a throw into Burnley. Tommy Atsu thought he was fouled there and has a word with the official on the far side, which I think is Gary Beswick. Gary Beswick, should I say. Anthony Taylor says, and so does his official say, throwing Burnley only, which the tail looking towards Chris Wood is over the head of Chris Wood, and then is a foul by Chris Wood in elbow in the back of Ben White. And Arsenal have a free kick. You're listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the scoreline coming towards half time in that one. Aubameyang just having a chat there with Anthony Taylor for an incident which involved Nicola Pepe, who you may remember got sent off at Ellen Road last season in the 0-0 draw against Leeds, between Leeds and Arsenal, when he headbutted Özcan Alioski. But Gabriel sends the ball forward to Ian now in this season to Smith. Saka gave the ball away. Now Ben Mee just tidies up possession and says, Pope, you can take a touch and then clear it long if you want, which he does. And now Wood flicks on looking for the run of Ashley Barnes. And there is Ramsdale who comes out and claims. is Ramsdale, who's still got the ball in his arms, and now he bowls the ball out to Ben White, who's been put under pressure there by Ashley Barnes, who manages to get the ball clear. Here's Odegaard. Lovely one from Martin Odegaard to Smith Rowe. Now he's out wide with Nicola Pepe. Can also double their lead before half time. No with a ball into the box either, they can't. And now Goodmanson gets the ball clear, coming up towards the final 2 minutes of the first half, where Burnley trail Arsenal by a goal to nil. It's out of play for a throw to Arsenal. And now ball is cleared forward, heading into the path of me from Tarkowski. Now Taylor appeals for handball, but come off his face there. And then Taylor loses out, and Tomiyasu has got space to run into. He's got Nicola Pepe outside of him. Nicola Pepe. Martin Odegaard, the goal scorer. Switched on to his left foot. On to Tomiyasu out wide to Smith Rowe. Here's Nicola Pepe. Odegaard's there. He's given away, but Burnley give the ball away again. It's Ronald straight to Tini. Now Arsenal go over on the far side with Pepe. Smith Rowe with the ball in towards the penalty area, cleared away on this far as Thomas Partey. Here's Saka. Here is Aubameyang. Thomas Partey across from Odegaard to brought down by Pepe into Smith Rowe, just over from Mimio Smith Rowe, and that's the warning sign for Burnley. They can't do that, just 30 seconds away from half time or any time of the match, especially when they're losing 1-0. Pepe was allowed to pick out Smith Rowe through the gap, and then Smith Rowe just over. I'm not sure if he touched the crossbar on the way through. And over, no, he didn't. He didn't get a touch from Pope either. But it looked as though it was a touch on that from Pope from me initially. Chris Barnes who holds her well, and now Chris Wood who does the same to Taylor. Now he's ball down line looking for McNeil. It's cut out by Tomiyasu as we have just entered 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the scoreline. Here is Westwood. Here's Mel Lowton. And good bit of player. Tarkowski to Ben Mee. And love the ball out wide. What can Arsenal do here to defend? They've done well to defend and push Burnley back inside their own half, which Burnley fans won't be happy about. And then Tarkowski pings a lovely ball to Taylor. Now McNeil. Now Barnes. Out wide to Taylor. He's crossed in. Looking for the run of Goodmanson, who come running into the edge of the penalty area just before then. And now Aubameyang is brought down there, but the referee's not giving that for a foul by Tarkowski on Aubameyang as the ball is across there now. Lovely, good defensive work from Arsenal to force Burnley backwards. And now the ball is in towards the penalty area, headed away before Barnes could get there. Now Pepe can run a Brownhill, but McNeil can rob him of the ball and keep hold of the ball for Burnley. Brought down there, is he? No. I thought he was. And now here's Smith Rowe on the counter-attack for Arsenal. Nicola Pepe outside of him. Into Bukayo Saka. Saka's through, but Lowton's there. Odegaard trying to keep the ball in and trying to keep the attack alive before the half-time interval. Into the time of added time as Aubameyang shoots. Lowton goes down, but there goes the half-time whistle at Turf Moor. And it is Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 at the break, and Burnley can Callum Sounds look he's only one down when Arsenal on the attack. They look menacing. They'll add one more to Arsenal. But they're the ones who are in the lead thanks to Martin Odegaard's 29th minute strike to put Arsenal one from the brilliant free kick. All the other scores at half time in the Premier League. Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 0. A late 43rd minute opener from Sadio Mane. And that one, Man City being held by Southampton is still goalless there. And it's 1-1 between Norwich and Watford. With Dennis opening scoring for Watford before Timo Pukki levelled for Norwich. But at half time in our featured game is Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. Back in a short while for the second half. Welcome back to Turf Moor for the start of the second half. Arsenal just making their way. There's a subs just making, and the Arsenal bench just making their way back out for the second half. You can see Alexander Lacazette, and there's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang leading them out. You can see Peter Reid is in the crowd today, as we see the players just coming back out for the second half. Looks like there's going to be no changes to either side as Martin Odegaard just fastening his shoelaces ahead of the second half for Arsenal. Just on the sidelines, just before he steps back onto the pitch, which he does this second. Looks like no changes for Arsenal either, as there is Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager. I wonder what he'll have had to say to his troops. And there's Sean Dyche. He'll have probably had plenty to say to his troops at the break, and we'll be very interested to see what the second half brings us between Burnley and Arsenal. I'll run you through the two sides once again in a moment once we've got underway. We're about to get underway right now, and there's a whistle from Anthony Taylor to say let's get back off and underway in the second half, which we are doing right now, as Ben White has possession at the back, goes to Ramsdale, and Arsenal almost conceding very early on in the second half as the ball is chipped away now for a throw to Burnley. Good stuff. This from the home side of the start of the second half. Charlie Taylor looking for his side, some movement from his side to throw the ball to, which he in the end had to go back. And now Pepe has possession for Arsenal. Give you the teams in a second. And we can do that now because Nick Pope has got possession. So the Arsenal for Burnley is Nick Pope in goal. Back of Lowton, Tarkowski, Mee and Taylor. Goodmanson, Westwood, Brownhill, McNeil, Wood and Barnes. As for their benches, NSA, Peters, Bardsley, Collins, Cork, Cornet, Lennon, Rodriguez and Vidra. As for Arsenal, is Ramsdale in goal, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel and Tini at the back, Partey in front of the back four, then Pepe, Smith Rowe, Odegaard and Saka just behind the lone striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as he is. Ashley Barnes Chris Wood doing really well as the ball comes in from McNeil to the back post where Goodmanson is, Westwood. Out wide to Lowton, further out wide to Goodmanson. Goodmanson with the cross in towards Chris Wood, who looked to me as he was backing in on Gabriel there. Nothing given. And he's through to Ramsdale, who will now pick up under pressure as Chris Wood trying to close him down. And Arsenal have possession. On the bench for Arsenal is Leno, Cedric Soares, Rob Holding, Pablo Mari, Nuno Tavares, Sambi Lokonga, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Gabriel Martinelli and Alexander Lacazette, as he is Dwight McNeil. Lovely ball back to Ben Mee, back into Tarkowski now, across to Lowton, and he's put a poor pass back, which Pope has to rush out to his area to get, comes to Pepe, now Odegaard. Ball chipped in from Odegaard is too far in front of Nicola Pepe, and Burnley have the ball back. And here is Ashley Barnes. Does well Ashley Barnes to get to Goodmanson, and now Chris Wood's on the charge down the far side of the right as Burnley come forward from right to left in this second half, and he's played it off of Thomas Partey. No, it weren't Thomas Partey, it was off of Bukayo Saka. Sorry, and out for a throw to Burnley. Sean Dyche, his troops will be looking to get back into this game, and they've had some chances in that first half. Arsenal were mainly the ones who were dominant throughout, as here is Charlie Taylor. Lovely ball into Westwood, and he can't keep hold of possession, and now Burnley will come forward. Giving the ball away is Westwood for Goodmanson. Bjornberg Goodmanson with the ball. Bjornberg Goodmanson taking on one. Crossed in, looking for the run of T. Looking towards the penalty area. He's deflected that for a corner. And Lawton won that corner well as McNeil runs across. Little pat on the back from Lawton to McNeil as he runs across to take the corner on the far right hand side. We've got Barnes right on the goalkeeper pulling out of Ramsdale's shorts. Wood stood just behind them as well. Corner to be taken to Burnley. Taken short. McNeil whips across in towards the back post. Ben Mee heads it back. On this follows Goodmanson, whose shot is blocked. Back to Bjornberg Goodmanson. He's balling towards penalties for Tarkowski. Tarkowski's in there. Mee with the cross in. Comes to the back post. Ball back across and saved in the end. McNeil's effort was saved by Ramsdale. And there's an appeal for handball there by Bjornberg Goodmanson as we're just watching this again here. Ball breaks in. Appeal for an handball in there from Bjornberg Goodmanson. You can't really see if it is striking hand of an Arsenal man in there. This will clear it up for us. Is Gabriel appealing handball against? No, it's Pepe. Brushes up and onto his arm. His arm's out. So it could have been a penalty there, but Arsenal getting away with one in there. Could have been a potential penalty to Burnley. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. As here's Ben Mee. And he's across now to James Tarkowski. Goodmanson out wide to Lawton. Now Tarkowski once more. Here's Barnes out wide. Lovely cross from Goodmanson. Too much on it in the end. McNeil trying to gain on the back there, but he's cleared away by Charlie Taylor. Away from Nicola Pepe, and then Tommy has to come across to block the cross there from Charlie Taylor. Burnley piling on the pressure and turning the screw at the start of the second half. 6 minutes of that second half gone. Still Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. Ball in towards the penalty. Comes out to Westwood, who's dragged his shot wide and he's took a deflection on the way. It's going out for a corner. It was Westwood and McNeil will come across. I think it could be Westwood to McNeil. Or Arsenal may be wise to land now. So Westwood's just told McNeil to go away. And he'll send this ball in, which he does. Towards the back post where Ben Mee's there. And then Ramsdale comes out to claim it, and then Ramsdale will look to try and get Arsenal moving quickly, which he does. Kick to Aubameyang, and Aubameyang has got possession now. He's got Saka at the back post. Pepe coming up to join him. Feeds in Pepe. He held up the play too long there, did Aubameyang. He should have been running down the line as soon as he got that ball. But instead he held it up and waited for Pepe to join him, which gave Bale a chance to get back. And now Arsenal have been forced back inside their own half, just on the halfway line. Through Tomiyasu, down the line to Nicola Pepe, into the path of Bukayo Saka, and Saka into Aubameyang. And he's on to Smith Rowe. Emile Smith Rowe, saved by Nick Pope. And now Burnley will try and counter-attack, will they? If Pope can release this quickly. But Pope's held onto it too long, as we just see the chance there from Smith Rowe. Couldn't get it out of his feet quick enough in the end. And it was an easy catch for Pope in the end as the ball is flicked on by Wood, looking for the run of Ashley Barnes, who can't get there. Barnes looking to be even playing in this game. Should have seen a stray red in an earlier game this season against Leeds United. Come flying in, 2-footer on Stuart Dallas. Luckily, Dallas didn't get seriously injured. And now that's a foul by Charlie Taylor on Smith Rowe. And Emile Smith Rowe's done well so far today. We'll let you know our player of the match is later. The player of the match sponsor on the hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. And then Barnes goes down under a challenge there from White. Nothing given. Randall can't intercept as Smith Rowe finds Partey. Now Partey gives the ball away. But Arsenal have won a free kick Goodmanson went in to win the ball off Tierney to try and block Tierney from getting the ball, and it's according to the referee Anthony Taylor, he has fouled the Arsenal man, and I can't see anything wrong with that. There's nothing in that for me. Not sure why the referee felt the need to say free kick, but he did, and there's a ball chip forward but given away by Arsenal from that free kick. It was Smith Rowe with Odegaard with that free kick forward. Now Brownhill to Goodmanson to Lowton to hit it long, and Chris Wood is offside, and that's clear as then. Burnley did the right thing and put it up straight away there instead of waiting for a chance to happen. Good thing there, Adam Nunn. No, it's Gary Beswick over on that far side. Good spot there, Gary Beswick. And now here is Nicola Pepe down the line to Emile Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe inside to Lacazette. Smith Rowe once more back into Ben White, who will cross field and pick out Tini, who's got Saka in behind him. Saka is just offside. An applause there from James Tarkowski to say that the officials got that one correct. As Burnley making a change, and it looks to be like Maxwell Cornet, maybe the man coming on for Burnley, as Woodcock going into that flick on from Barnes. And Barnes is intercepted well there. And the ball is in forward. No, it's Barnes in there now. It was Westwood who was intercepted. Barnes now out wide to Goodmanson, crossing towards Chris Wood, over his head and away by Tomiyasu to Nicola Pepe. Tomiyasu and Pepe combining well there, and Pepe just letting Tomiyasu where he wanted it. Now Aubameyang to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu slipped as he tried to find Aubameyang. Engaged McNeil. Inside it goes to Westwood. Westwood with the ball over the top for Chris Wood, just outside the penalty area. Left hand side, got Charlie Taylor for company and used him. Taylor with the crossing. And Gabriel. No, Thomas Partey, I think, has just gone down in there. Thomas Partey went down in there, and there's a free kick given to Burnley. There's a double change coming up for Burnley now. On one is Maxwell Cornet, and the other is Mateo Vidra. Maxwell Cornet is on for Jan Goodmanson, and it's Ashley Barnes who is going to be replaced by Matty Vidra. Let's see what Maxwell Cornet can do and see if he's got a trick or two up his sleeve to try and cause Arsenal a few problems in this second half. You're listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary YouTube channel. It is Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. Burnley just made a couple of changes. If you're just joining us, Maxwell Cornet and Mateo Vidra's just come on for Johan Berg Goodmanson and Ashley Barnes. Excuse me, as Arsenal temporarily down to 10 men with Odegaard off of the pitch due to injury. And there's Taylor to knock it back to Pope. And now here's Maxwell Cornet. Good ball back to Ben Mee. He's wanting the ball there, Cornet, and he gets it. Maxwell Cornet showing that he wants the ball, and he's a lovely cross. Ball laid forward from Tarkowski towards Chris Wood, who can't get there. Now Burnley have possession. And it's McNeil. How wide it goes to Lowton. Now it's crossed in there from Westwood, which is poor. And now Burnley will have to try and do some defending if Arsenal can get this ball forward and quickly. And they have to Aubameyang to Pepe, but Cornet's there. And lovely interception from Maxwell Cornet. Maxwell Cornet on the ball, running. And the Arsenal defence, twisting and turning in towards the penalty area there. and we just having a few technical problems. We'll try and resume back to the match action in just a second. Just a few little technical problems that we are currently experiencing as we see as we tr- as we're back with it now in corner fires just over the bar for a corner. McNeil with that corner kick into the penalty area and is claimed comfortably by Aaron Ramsdale. And Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the latest score. 59 minutes gone here. Arsenal lead by a goal to nil if you're just tuning in, as Arsenal will have possession and come forward with the ball down the far side, but it's out of play for a throw to Burnley. As we hope you are enjoying our coverage of the game between Burnley and Arsenal this afternoon in the Premier League. Burnley 1, Arsenal 0 is the scoreline as Taylor has possession. Lovely work from Charlie Taylor. And now here's Brownhill. Taylor once more. Can't pick out Maxwell Cornet as he looks to get forward there. And Burnley have the ball over on that far side with Lowton. Lovely ball forward looking towards the run of Chris Wood. And Matty Vidra. Now Wood's there. Vidra can't get an end of that. Now Maxwell Cornet can't keep hold of possession, and now is Nicola Pepe coming forward. Nicola Pepe through on goal and he's blocked off there in the end, and Burnley are leading. Trailing by a goal to Charlie Taylor whips the ball in, cleared away in there at the back post, comes out to Brownhill. Brownhill shoots, deflected, corner to Arsenal. Corner to Burnley, should I say, against Arsenal. Pretty teeth back in Russ. And Burnley with the corner quickly. He's Maxwell Cornet. Winning out the Burnley defence. Arsenal defence to Westwood. Now McNeil whips the ball in. Cleared away. Now the edge of the penalty. Brownhill's there. And he's come to claim it as Ramsdale, which he does. And it's still Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 as Cornet has possession once more. Maxwell Cornet with the ball. What can he do here with possession? Trying to twist and turn to get the ball in towards the penalty area. And he's in towards the penalty area now where Chris Wood's lurking and Ramsdale claims. 63 minutes gone. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the scoreline. And you're just tuning us in. Thank you very much for choosing our coverage today. Technical problems have been resolved now. is still 1-0 to Arsenal. It's Ben White almost lost out there, and Burnley also been put under a bit of pressure by Burnley. And Arsenal with a shot blocked on the edge of the penalty area. Now Ben can get the ball forward, can he? He can, but giving it away though. Ben thought he was fouled. Here's Saka to Nicola Pepe. Cleared away. And that ball is hit forward. Cleared away once more. And now Burnley have possession. Good bit of play from them, but they've given the ball away. Now Nicola Pepe can fetch the ball forward. Nicola Pepe with the ball forward, and he will look to try and get Arsenal on the counter attack and moving forward as well. Still 1-0 to Arsenal. You're just tuning in. Thank you very much for choosing our coverage. And Arsenal almost staying through Odegaard towards Aubameyang, and Aubameyang's through. Plays it through to Nicola Pepe. Shot saved by Pope. It's for a corner too. And now he's crossed in towards the penalty area. Lovely bit of work. Here come Arsenal once more. Can they get a second goal and kill this game off? Which is what Arsenal will look to try and do, and what they need to do. Here's a lovely run from Thomas Partey out wide. To Saka back to Partey. And towards the penalty. Cross towards Aubameyang, and it's cleared just up and over the bar. Norwich are behind. Norwich 1, Watford 2. Josh Ishmael-Assar's there for Watford back into the lead. Still 1-0 to Arsenal as the ball's into his penalty. Victor goes down inside the penalty. It's a penalty to Burnley. Burnley have got a penalty at Turf Moor against Arsenal. It will be checked though by VAR. Does Ramsdale get a touch onto this ball? Or is it Vidra gets a touch? Vidra gets a touch, I think, for me. And then he takes him out this angle, tell us better. He doesn't touch him. It should not be a penalty. He doesn't touch him. That's a dive. VAR are checking. Penalty awarded to Burnley. But we're currently under a VAR review. I don't think this is a penalty to Burnley, you know. I don't think he touches him. Just looking from this angle, I don't think he touches him. I think, if anything, He makes contact with Ramsdale there, Vidra. VAR review ongoing for potential penalty to Burnley. And they're looking here now on the VAR monitor, pitch side. And it tells, doesn't it? No penalty. Said it wasn't. Said it was no penalty for Burnley. I thought that at the time penalties being taken away from Burnley. And their chance to get back into the game has been taken away from him as well. And I thought that I thought he was at the time in real speed. Now the referee. Well, you've seen the VAR review. It is no penalty after seeing it from one VAR. So let's just watch it from this angle. Slightest of touches there onto the ball. And he left it there looking for contact. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. Burnley thought they had a penalty moments ago, but it's been given away. And now Arsenal could be on the back foot as Burnley try and get back into this game. And the poor pass to Trampicalo, new signing Maxwell Cornet. Here's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang coming forward. Here's Martin Odegaard. And the shot is blocked and deflected behind for a corner from Bukayo Saka's shot. Still 1-0 Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Man City 0, Southampton 0. Norwich 1, Watford 2. It's the other Premier League scores. This is a great game. You're not missing much of the moment. There's Arsenal away to take a corner kick. Corner is taken. He's out towards goal and just goes wide of the target in the end from Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey just goes wide. And Thomas Partey gets some instructions there from Mikel Arteta after shouting across what position everyone needs to be, just to where he needs to be in midfield and who needs to be near him in the midfield for Arsenal. Still Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. And a lovely ball over the top. Tomiyasu's in there. There's a beautiful handball by Burnley fans as they. Maxwell Cornet's robbed him. Maxwell Cornet goes down. Pulling the shirt, he's won a corner. And Maxwell Cornet has done really, really well there to win the corner. That's not even touching the quadrant. As the corners come in towards the back post, Woods there to try and meet it. Chris Woods there to try and meet it. Will lose his out and now Arsenal can counter. If they can get this crossfield pass right, they can. But they can't get that crossfield pass right. Now Tarkowski is just inside the centre circle. Inside the Arsenal half and Burnley will come again. Dwayne Neal on that right hand side now since Cornet's come on. Through Trash the balls, whose shot is blocked. By Trash the balls. Ball across, cleared away again. Like Gabriel in there. Now Bamian can't get there. And then we can Pepe now. Burnley trying to come again and they're coming again. It's Brownhill. Can't get on the end of that. Can't pick out a blue shirt. Taylor's picked up though. The loose ball. Taylor's crosses deep to the back post. Tini has to get it away and he hits it against McNeil coming in at that back post. And there's a bit of shoving and pushing coming on here now. As the Burnley fans think that Kieran Tierney is time waste, and I'm inclined to agree with him. He has got a bit of cramp though. And some Burnley fans are having a go at him from behind our goal. Thomas Partey's been substituted for Ainsley Maitland-Niles in Arsenal's second change of the game. Thomas Partey had to go off behind the goal line and walk round to allow Maitland-Niles to come on quicker. Partey had a good game in the defensive midfield role today. It's Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the scoreline. If you have just joined, it is still 1-0 thanks to that Odegaard free kick just on the half-hour mark. As here's Vidra, edge down to McNeil. How wide now it goes. Lowton with the cross in. Chris Wood's there and sends it over. Burnley's big chance, 15 minutes to go. And Chris Wood almost on the end of putting Burnley on level terms, and that's a wonderful cross and a wonderful header. And Ben White, I think, put him off in the end. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the scoreline. If you have just tuned in, thank you very much. To choosing our coverage today. And the ball is out of play. And now it is a foul by Nicola Pepe on Maxwell Cornet. And Cornet has done well since he's come on for Burnley today in his debut. Now flicked on there by Wood looking for Vidra. And now flicked on there by Abamel looking for Pepe, and Pepe reaches it on the Burnley flick on a moment ago. And now here's man Lowton to get the ball forward for Burnley. Lowton over on that far side, running forward. Down there for McNeil. Come off Saka, and now for a throw to Burnley over on that far side. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. Here's a scoreline, and Mal Lowton may go for a long throw here, will he? He has gone for a long throw towards the penalty area. He's headed away. Heads it back out. Brownhill heads it back out wide. In towards Chris Wood. Comes to Brownhill. Into McNeil. McNeil shoots! And it's just wide. I thought he was in for a moment. But that's better from Burnley. That is better from Burnley in the end. I think Ramsdale may go touch on that, did he? No, he didn't in the end. Well, that's a good chance there. Burnley knocking on the door now. Nuno Tavares is on for Arsenal. In their third and final change of the afternoon now. Nuno Tavares. Liverpool go 2-0 up against Crystal Palace. Mohamed Salah with the goal. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the scoreline. With around 12 minutes to go. Well, 11.5 minutes to go, nearly. And Arsenal are now going forward and is being given away there. And then Arsenal almost getting in to finding Pepe inside the penalty area. Curentino went off for Nuno Tavares when we were seeing a replay of that Burnley chance a few moments ago. Burnley, one more chance left. One more substitution left, should I say. It's Saka and Arsenal lose out on the edge of the Burnley penalty, and now Westbrook hits it forward, looking for the one of Mattia Vidra. Vidra knocks it down. Can Chris Wood get there first? Ahead of Maitland Niles? The answer to that is no. And Maitland Niles feeds Sambi Lokonga. And Sambi Lokonga gets the ball forward. He's out wide for Arsenal. Good play from Arsenal this. Ball is it over the top, and now it's a lovely ball for Nicola Pepe. Nicola Pepe does really, really well. And Nicola Pepe holding up possession. Back he goes to Maitland Niles. Arsenal just keeping possession really, really well. Here's Odegaard. And now Tomiyasu once more. And he's across now to Sambi Lokonga over that far side. And now Arsenal just keeping possession. Here's Maitland Niles. Nuno Tavares to Maitland Niles. To Ben White to Tavares. And Tavares back into Maitland Niles. And now he's out wide. And Arsenal just knocking the ball around well. Tavares keeping possession. Winning a throw there as J. Rodriguez comes on for Chris Wood in Burnley's final change of the game. So 3 changes for each side has been made now, with Maitland Niles, Lokonga and Tavares on for Arsenal. Vidra, Rodriguez and Cornet on for Burnley. As the flick is flicked on there in the middle. Cornet flicks the ball on again. And Cornet gets the ball once more. Maxwell Cornet gives the ball away. Lovely bit of play. And he's down and he's out for a throw to Burnley. Is this? Yes, Maxwell Cornet wins a throw. Foul by... He thought it was a free kick on Maxwell Cornet. I think he's giving a throw. In fact, it was a free kick. And they've taken it quickly across to James Tarkowski. James Tarkowski with a crossfield pass. Can't pick out Maxwell Cornet. As I'll get ready to be thinking of my man of the match in a moment. Here is Ben Mee. Good play from Ben Mee into the path of James Tarkowski. Here's Westbrook. Here's Brownhill. How wide it goes to Lowton. McNeil's over there to Tarkowski. And now Brownhill. Brownhill coming forward. How wide it goes to Matt Lowton. And Matt Lowton continues run down the line. Matt Lowton with the cross in. And he's deflected out for a corner kick. Commentary Service would like to thank our broadcast partners for this season: JDAF Football, JB Sports and Storm FM. Commentary Service would like to thank our visual streaming partner for the season, Melon. Visit their website, www.melonapp.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. I'll tell you where to do so in a moment as a corner comes in and Ramsdale claims it. Follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1. You can like our Facebook page as well. Facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. Also, the player of the match sponsor on the Hub is by Commentary Services. And I'm getting my thinking cap on who that's going to be. At the moment, Arsenal leading by a goal to nil, so it could be from an Arsenal man, or it could be one from Burnley. If you can get something from here, it's Cornet. Can't pick out A return pass to McNeil, and now Arsenal can counter-attack. Cornet's done well since coming on apart from that mistake just there. And now, lovely ball in towards penalty. Return Tavares is. And there is Tarkowski to clear away from McNeil. And Dwight McNeil will look to get the ball forward to Jay Rodriguez, which passes behind Jay Rodriguez. And Maitland-Niles will intercept. Just tidy up for Arsenal is Odegaard to keep possession. And lovely from Burnley to get the ball back. And McNeil to keep possession. Lowton with the throw. Still Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 with 5 minutes to go. And Burnley, can they get an equaliser from here? It's Vidra on the edge of the penalty area, cleared away by Arsenal, and now Odegaard can try and get the ball forward. But Arsenal lose possession. And now Burnley coming forward once more. It's Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil into the penalty area. So we're going to Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil's shot is blocked. I'm not sure if that was a shot or whether it was a cross, but whichever one, it was blocked. Now Saka can fetch the ball away for Arsenal. We're giving away to Lowton, and Burnley will come again. Here's McNeil. McNeil with the crossing, looking for us. Maxwell Cornet. Cleared away. By Maitland-Niles, and Maitland-Niles gets the ball forward, looking for Aubameyang, but it's too far on that for Aubameyang to get an end of. It is Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. If you are just tuning in, the other scores on the doors in the Premier League today. Liverpool 2, Palace 0, Man City 0, Southampton 0, Norwich 1, Watford 3. Ismail Assar has added a third with 10 minutes to go in that game at Carrow Road. It was initially disallowed for offside, but VAR said it was onside. But yeah, it goes. Here's Maitland-Niles for Arsenal here in this game between Burnley and Arsenal. Good bit of play this from Arsenal, just keeping possession, and they've done well defensively, Arsenal, since they scored that goal. Burnley had a few chances, but they defended really, really well, and defended from the front as well at times of Arsenal, and that is collected by Ben Mee to fetch the ball forward. We plays it inside to Tarkowski, to hit it out wide to Mal Lowton, inside to McNeil, and McNeil has it once more on to Westwood. Here's Westwood, back to McNeil, out wide to Lowton. Westwood with the cross. He's too far behind Jay Rodriguez, and that's a lovely chip ball into the penalty from Westwood. And Westwood shot. It was McNeil who had a shot in the end, should I say. Saved by Ramsdale, and it's now time to announce my man of the match today. And I'm going to go, or should I say, the player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services today, will go to Tomiyasu of Arsenal. Defended really, really well for Arsenal since Burnley piled on the pressure ever since Arsenal took the lead, and he's just gotten better and better as this game's gone on. First 90 minutes he's joining Arsenal, and he's settled into the game well, and got some good touches going forward, some chances created, and trying to set up a teammate. Maxwell Cornet went down there off the ball incident, and he wins the ball back there. Maxwell Cornet for Burnley, gets it again. Then he loses. Then his pass towards Brano was misplaced. Taylor trying to pick out Cornet down the line, but that's misplaced. And Burnley have a throw off of the player of the match, Tomiyasu. Here's Taylor. Back it goes to Ben Mee. And Ben Mee hits the ball forward. Cleared away. Here's Westwood with the header. Giving the ball away. This is out for a throw to Arsenal. Ben Mee put the ball out there according to the referee. Looked as though he was fouled, Ben Mee. But nothing given in the end. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the scoreline. And here is Westwood. Gives it to Tarkowski. James Tarkowski out wide to Matthew Lurton. Now Westwood with the cross in. Cleared away. Only as far as Charlie Taylor. As Burnley come forward once more. Coming towards stoppage time. And McNeil delivers a cross in. Too near Ramsdale. And Ramsdale will take those all day. As will Arsenal as we come towards stoppage time at the end of this second half. Where we'll have a minimum of, when we find out now, minimum of 4 added minutes at the end of this game, and we've played 10 seconds of that. And the ball from Ramsdale goes through to Nick Pope. Nick Pope balls the ball out to, he tells the Burnley players to get forward as he pumps this ball forward. Rodriguez trying to win the header. And now the ball's over the top, and Aubameyang can't judge because he knows it's offside, so he leaves it for Nick Pope. And then Pope clears it long over the head of Rodriguez. Burnley have it back though, as here's Lurton. Now Lurton, his cross is blocked out for a throw. Could have tried playing it down the line for Maxwell Cornet, but so he tried to do an early cross. Turf Moor, there may be some disgruntled fans around Turf Moor. If Burnley don't get anything from this, they deserve to get something from this game, in my opinion. They have battled well of Burnley in this second half, but insofar it's in vain as they can't find that elusive breakthrough in this second half. It's still 1-0 Arsenal, so the deadlock has been broken in the game, but in the second half it remains goalless because the goal was in the first half. The ball is flicked across to the back post. Flicked header or cross there from that cross from Matty Vidra, but no one could react in a claret or a blue shirt for Burnley. And we see that go back. There, we're coming up towards the end of this game now. Liverpool have beaten Crystal Palace by 3-0. Mane, Salah and Keita with the goals in that one. Still 0-0 at the Etihad between Manchester City and Southampton, as Nuno Tavares has just been booked for a foul. Here's McNeil for Burnley. Feeds in Charlie Taylor, who sends a crossfield pass up and under in towards the middle of the park. Chested down, but Burnley have got advantages. Lowton can't pick out corner, but Lowton gets it again. Not much of an advantage there as Arsenal coming away with possession. And it's Nuno Tavares who's on that booking. Nuno Tavares goes for goal and just wide in the end from Nuno Tavares. And Arsenal almost doubling their lead. Still 0-0 at the Etihad, where Man City are taking on Southampton. That could be a priceless point for Southampton, and possibly 2 points dropped for Manchester City. Here's Brownhill out wide. Maxwell Cornet delivers a cross in. Rodriguez with the header just wide, and that could be the final chance for Burnley. And that could be the final chance. Maxwell Cornet with the cross in. Jay Rodriguez with the header, but can't direct it on target, and that goes wide in the end. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1 is the score, and that looks like what it will finish like as Ramsdale kicks the ball forward. And there is it. No, it's not gone yet. I thought the whistle had gone. Play still continues. It's forward there from Pope, but now there goes the full time whistling. Burnley have fallen to back defeats in the Premier League this season. Lost on Monday to Everton, and they have lost here tonight, this afternoon against Arsenal. He's finished in our feature match. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1, and Martin Odegaard's stunning free kick in the first half was the difference. And Burnley puffed. They puffed, but couldn't find a breakthrough. Norwich have lost by 3-1. Still game being played this at the Etihad between Manchester City and Southampton. And Man City thought they'd win it late on when Foden header is saved. Sterling put the ball in the back and the flag went up, and there is a full-time whistle. Southampton have held Manchester City to a goalless draw in the Premier League this afternoon. But here at Turf Moor it is finished. Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. Arsenal up to 12th. Burnley remain in the relegation zone. More of us here. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again soon. Take care.